What's up YouTube? For today's video, we have a full Worst Generation 3 Pokemon team. People, I literally just jumped out of bed, didn't even get dressed, and sat here. Wink, wink. Anyway, people, I'm going to narrate this right now at 4 o'clock in the morning. What do you think is the Worst Generation 3 Pokemon? Let me know in the comment section. Man, I've been sleeping so much lately. I've been doing some extra exercise, so I should be back with a consistency next week. My body is just adapting at the moment. All right, people, I got some really awesome battles for you today. They're super funny, and I hope you guys enjoy them. So, for this generation, there was actually quite a few, like, kind of really super bad Pokemon. So, it was quite difficult to pick 6 of them out of all of them. All right, we have a battle on my Discord. This one was against Jolt, and we have a Togedemaru lead. So Spinner's going to get completely walled. I thought they might go for an attacking move, but they went for Toxic instead, which was really bad against my Shedinja. However, instead of running a Focus Sash, I was running a Lumberry, so that was actually pretty dang lucky. So Shedinja is going to live another day. So I've got Dig on this set. I was like, let's go for that 4 times Dig. However, I know they're a little bit scared, so they're going to swap out into the Silvally. So on this Shedinja set, I've got as follows. We've got Leech Life, Confused Ray, Toxic and a Dig, Wonder Guard ability and Lumberry, Max Attack and Max Speed. So we got the Farfetch coming in here to tank that Dig. Now, obviously on these moves, right, since it's a Worst Generation 3 Pokemon team, I'm running Gen 3 moves, right? So I don't have anything in like Generation 7. So example, like Shedinja didn't actually get Shadow Sneak then, so obviously I couldn't run it on this team. Alright, so obviously they Farfetch was going to go for a knockoff. I saw that one coming. So I'm going to go into the Delcatty. Now this is a bulky defensive Delcatty. Look how well I took that knockoff too. Alright, so going for the Carmine here. Now I've got a pretty cool strategy with this Delcatty. It's absolutely horrendous, but you know, it's pretty fun to use. So Swordsbuck comes in, my Jump Kick Smell Detector went off, and I thought, let's go into the Shedinja, right? And it's going to go flying, take some solid damage, then we can go from there to see what we're going to do. Alright, so into Shedinja, but it's going to use Leech Seed instead. Now, Leech Seed does make contact, and, well, that's it for Shedinja, folks. So, obviously, it's only got 1 health, and that's going to take it out. So, down goes my Shedinja in a salty rage. Man, I got destroyed that, and, like, that Pokemon got destroyed the entire game. Like, Toxic right off the bat there, and then Leech Seed. Man, it didn't stand a ghost for a chance. So, wow, we're going to go into the Beautifly. We got the Swordsbuck swapping out, and now we got this Silvally coming in here. So this was a horrendous Beautifly set, but really Beautifly didn't have much, you know, really going for it either. So we got Swagger, Stun Spore, Substitute, and Silverwind, Max Health, and Max Speed. So this is more of like a really scummy set. Like basically you paralyze the opponent, you swagger them, get that sub up, and start trying to boost your stats with Silverwind. It's got the ability Swarm and the item as leftovers. Okay, so I just lived that one, and I was like, okay, if I can get like another turn off, I might be able to, you know, get another substitute, like a substitute up, and then we can start some shenanigans against the Silvally. Okay, so we got the Swagger up against the Silvally here, people. However, the problem about this set was if it did get hit pretty hard, it could actually die in one shot because it wasn't even that bulky with max health. And the Silvally, right, is going to take me out in one shot with an Ice Beam. So down goes Beautifly. So things are not looking good at the moment, people. We're going to go into the Spinner. So this Spinner set was actually pretty fun. On this set, right, we've got Endure, Flail, Feint Attack, and Mega Kick. Max Attack and Max Speed. Ability's own Tempo, and Salicberry as the other. So Mega Kick misses on the Swordsbuck, which really sucks. Now I'm going to go for the Endure. So like, okay, they're going to go for Horn Leash or Jump Kick, surely. They went for Aromatherapy instead. So they're going to heal up their status, which kind of sucks. So what am I going to do here, boys and girls? I was like, should I just go for Mega Kick again? So I went for Mega Kick, right? I was like, this should do some mega damage. Almost takes it out with a crit, but it lives on 1 health of the Focus Sash. It's going to Focus Sash and Leech Seed and Aromatherapy. What is this set? Anyway, so Spinner gets seeded, unfortunately. I was like, okay, well, I can go here. I can either go for the, Feint Attack against Swordsbuck to take it out. Should be within range. However, Swordsbuck is going to swap out. And now we got the Girafarig coming in. So it's like, okay, that's actually not too bad, right? Because Feint Attack is going to be super effective against Girafarig. So that's pretty nice damage to Girafarig. However, guys, I do have the Leech Seed up. So that's going to make the 2-hit KO into a 3-hit KO, which is kind of unfortunate. So I was like, okay, my only option here is to go for the Mega Kick. Mega Kick misses! And now we've got the Girafarig going for his Z move, so it's going to come off, I'd say, like Psychic or Psyshock, and this is not a status move, this is actually, you know, a full-out attacking move. So at the moment, things are looking, they weren't looking too well because I'd lost my Shedinja early and I'd lost my Beautifly. Now, you're probably noticing there was a lot of Bug-type Pokemon on my team. That's why, like, a lot of the Bug-type Pokemon in this generation were really, really bad. Okay, so, old Girafare's going to play a little bit of ping pong with me, and my Spinda is going to go down. So I've lost half my team already, and I haven't even taken out a Pokemon yet. All right, so into Alumis, another terrible Pokemon, but very, very fun to use in this gen. So on this set, right, we've got Silverwind, Water Pulse, Protect, and Counter. Yes, it does get Counter, which is quite cool. So go for the Silverwind there on the Silvally, and it really doesn't do too much at all. It's not very effective. I've got Tinted Lens and I've got Focus Sash as the item. All right, so go for Water. I nearly said Waterfall there. Water Pulse, Waterfall, Waterfall, Luminous. All right, so I'm going to hit by the Flame Trail there. It's a solid 2-hit KO. All right, so I got to swap out here. I thought, well, I could go into my Wailord here and see if we can get rid of this Silvally in one shot. So the Silvally's going to go for a Flamethrower again on the Wailord. And with this, we had on the Alumis too, we had max special attack and max speed. So on the Wailord, right, we had Water Spout, Ice Beam, Surf, and Fissure. Max special attack and max speed. Ability is Water Veil, and item is Choice Scarf. I went for the Fissure. I was like, let's go for Fissure, people. It's time. So Wailord's going to go for the Fissure. It's going to miss twice against the Togedemaru. Togedemaru is going to go for the Zingzat. Pretty much here, people, I was in a very, very bad situation. So I was like, should I go for Fissure again? You know, what should I do? I was like, bugger it. There's no way, there's absolutely no way I can take out this Togedemaru except for Fissure. And it lands, and it didn't have Sturdy. That was awesome. So down goes the Togedemaru. Finally, I took out a Pokemon. Finally, but things are not looking good, people. Okay, so into Farfetch, I know that it could have, like, you know, First Impression, Quick Attack. I'm going to get destroyed. Plus, it's a flying type Pokemon. I'm Choice Scarf and into Fissure, so obviously I can't do any damage. All right, so Farfetch, it's going to go for the Brave Bird here, ladies and gentlemen, and that is way too much for my Pokemon to handle, and that's down. So all I've got left now is a Wailord on a little bit of health, and I've got a Delcatty. That's it. Look at the matchups, people. This is I'm getting like destroyed at the moment. All right, so back into the big boy. Now on this set, I do have Ice Beam. I was hoping it didn't have Quick Attack, so it doesn't have Quick Attack, and I'm going to outspeed it. Hit it in the nether region, and that is going to go down to the Ice Beam. So we took out a Farfetch. We took out a Farfetch. That's something to congratulate myself for. Alright, so now we've got the Girafarig coming in. I know that I definitely can't take that out with an Ice Beam run, so I'm going to swap out the Wailord and go into the Delcatty. So this Delcatty set, I'm pretty sure I actually explained it. This is going to be like, what the hell? This is like a mixed, Girafarig. So it's got Stomp, obviously, to flinch you, and then it's got a Z move. I'm guessing it's coming from Psychic, or it could be Zen Headbutt. Okay, so we got the Silvally coming back in. I'm going to go for the Carmine. So this Delcatty set, right, we've got Rest, Sleep Talk, Carmine, and Swift. I had like my DS in my hand and I like accidentally turned the sound up. Then you guys might have heard a Delcatty noise. Not sure. You'd have to have really good hearing to be able to hear that. Alright, so now we got the Silvally going for the Ice Beam. Obviously trying to freeze me. So I've got the Carmine here. So Carmine is like tanking out this Silvally at the moment. I've got Rest, Sleep Talk, Carmine, and Swift. I've got the abilities Cute Charm and item as Normalium Z. Now Normalium Z, right, if I go Sleep Talk, Normalium Z, that can boost my critical hit ratio and obviously use one of the moves. Now, if it doesn't use the move, if it doesn't select Swift, then obviously it's not going to use it. But it's still going to boost my, it's still going to boost my critical hit. So I was hoping I might be able to, save that for a little bit later on. So we've got a couple of Carmines up there. Now, the thing about Delcatty and Carmine is, since I was running max health and max defense, right, its special attack was already trash. Even if it was max, special attack, right, it was going to be, super trash. So I had to get at least, 3 or 4 of them up. So I go for the Swift. It's nothing. And now the Silvally is going to go for a multi-attack. So since I was running a bulky defensive set, multi-attack doesn't do, nothing to me. Okay, so I'm still asleep, people. This is the only way for me to get back into the battle is to clutch with this Delcatty up. All right, so go for a rest. Unfortunately, it can't be, guys, it can't be a Sleep Talk Pokemon without me using rest at least once, right? All right, so we're going to another Ice Beam. Pretty much, the only thing that's going to destroy me is if I get hit by a critical hit. So go for a Swift there, and that's going to swiftly take out the Silvally. So things aren't looking too hot, but they're all right. I've got rid of 3 Pokemon at least. All right, so in comes the problem Pokemon being Lapras. So Lapras usually has Shell Armor, right? I was kind of hoping that I had it instead of Water Absorb. So then again, I didn't have much with my Wailord. So Wailord was pretty much spent. It was Delcatty that had to win me the battle, right? So I was thinking, I've got to get +6 against this Lapras. It's going to be a physical set, so Waterfall doesn't do too much to me. I was like quite happy. The only thing I was worried about is if it did have like Dragon Nest. That was pretty much it. So Delcatty's going to go for another Sleep Talk here. And guess what, guys? I get Swift again. So I got something, I got pretty lucky with the Swift getting some damage. It really does. It's about, at the moment, it's about a 7 to 8 hit KO. So I've got to do some more, at least some more Carmine. So Lapras is going to hit me with a Waterfall. Before, I'd say Waterfall at this point is probably about a 4 hit KO around there. Maybe 4 to 5 hit KO. So go for another Swift. That was really nice getting some Sleep Talk Swifts here at the moment. And now we've got the Lapras going for another Waterfall. Yeah, I'd say about a 5 to, maybe even 5 to 6 hit KO. I'm really tanking this. So Delcatty's going to go for another rest. I had to stall it out here, people. There was no way I was going to win if I didn't. So I only had Wailord left as my last Pokemon. So healing myself up once again. I was quite confident I could actually win this. In case that Swordsbuck was like hiding a sneaky jump kick or something like that, I was actually in a pretty dang good position. So we got the Delcatty going for yet another Swift, people. I was still saving that, that Normalium Z Swift as well. And I get rest this time. I was like, okay, that's not too bad. Now Lapras is going to go for Blizzard, so it's a mixed set once again. Now Blizzard does a lot of damage and crits me! Oh no! I've only got one more Pokemon left, and it's a Wailord on a little bit of health, so I can't make use of Water Spout. There's only one thing left to do, people. It is to go for the Mighty Fish, and it lands in my dreams, and then Blizzard misses. I get one more attack, people. I get one more attack. I've got to take out this Lapras right now, and the Fissure lands, and Lapras basically hits the center of the earth, people. We've got 2 more Pokemon left, which is the Swordsbuck and the Girafarig. So things are looking really bad, people. I can't use any moves but Fissure. Okay, so we got the Girafarig coming in now. I do have the Choice Scarf. And guess what, people? Fissure hits again! Twice in a row. I can't believe this. So I'm coming in clutch, people. I was like, oh, seriously, I think I was like 6-0. Like, I don't know, like had like 1 Pokemon down or something like that. That was like I had like 5 Pokemon down. They had like what, 1 left or something. Okay, so the last Pokemon we got is the Swordsbuck, people. I can't believe it. I hit 3 Fissures in a row to finish this battle off. Oh my goodness, people. That is the clutch of the century, and Swordsbuck is going to go down. Wailord took out Girafarig, Lapras, and the Swordsbuck. I can't believe it. Hope you guys enjoyed this first battle. There was some major hacks there. And let's get on to the second battle. This is a battle against Skylar on my Discord. And we've got that. I've got a theme team too. I wonder if you guys can guess it. Alright, so we got the Luma Sleet. I'm going to go for the Protect here. So now, this is a Flare Blitzing Darumaka. This is actually very strong against my team. So I'm going to go for the counter here. Thankfully, they went for the Flare Blitz again. Now, I do have the Focus Sash from this set. This Pokemon would have, destroyed a lot of my team. Looking at my team, Shedinja would have got wrecked by it. Beautifly would have got wrecked by it. I mean, Loomis would have got wrecked by it. Thankfully, I had the counter and the Focus Sash strategy to get rid of that hot poo there. That was good, people. That was good. That was a definite big counter out the way. So now we got that out the way, we've got the Togetic coming in. So Togetic is really bulky, extremely bulky. So I was actually wondering if I could even take this out. So go for the Water Pulse, it does nothing. I was actually trying to go for a Confusion then, and it's going to finish me off with the Aerial Wave. So it's like, okay, a Flying type move, another move that's really good against this team. So my last resort here, people, is to go into the Spinda. So this Spinda set, right, I was hoping I could get it down to 1 health. And with the flail, and then go for the max flail. So it's going to have Drain Punch almost taking me out in 1 shot there. I would have loved, I would have loved to hit that Mega Kick, but I don't think it would have. It may have got most of its health back, so I guess it didn't really matter too much, right? So go for the Salak Berry boost there, which is nice. And now I'm going to go for the Endure, because I want to make sure Flail's at full base power. Plus, I want to be able to make sure I can outspeed some Pokemon afterwards, right? So we got the Aerial Ace, that's going to put me on 1 health, the merchant available, people. And now I'm going to go for the maximum power Flail. It does big damage with a critical hit, but it doesn't take Togetic out. That just shows how bulky Togetic is. And it's going to take me out with the Aerial Ace. But man. Spinda did so much work there, because I definitely wouldn't be able to take that out. So now we're going to go into the Wailord. I can freely go for the Water Spout to finish off the Togetic. I'd say if that Mega Kick actually landed before, I would have taken Togetic out with the Flower, right? Because, Drain Punch would have got some health back. I guess it's questionable whether it would have taken the whole... It could have taken the whole thing back. Anyway, I had the Wailord to finish it off. So now we've got this Welios coming in. I can't do anything because I'm locked into the Water Spout. And we're going to go into Shedinja. It's going to go for Outright. So, okay. Wonder Guard's going to help me out there. Now, I was wondering if this is going to be a Wonder Guard, and I was wondering, people. I didn't even try and make that pun. It's going to go for the crunch. I was actually wondering if it was going to be choice band, but it's not. And it's going to take me out. So I'm not sure if you guys can actually guess what this team is, but it's something to do with accuracy, right? That the opponent's team. So Outrage and Crunch actually, yeah, well, Crunch actually made the, it made the contact, which sucks. So I thought, let's throw up the substitute here because there's no way that they can keep hitting like moves in a row with X ability, right? So now we're going to take some damage from the Outrage. Now, the good thing about this Zwellios is actually locked itself into Outrage. So I was thinking, I can keep going for the substitute, right? As soon as those, as soon as I get one miss with the Outrage, then I can go for the Stun Spore, then I can go for the Swagger, and then I can go for the Silver Wind, to finish this thing off. And I may even have like a substitute up to try and, troll and annoy the rest of the teammates. Okay, so another Outrage lands. So that's Crunch and Outrage. That's 3 in a row so far with a Hustle. So pretty good luck there. And, I can go for another substitute here. So it's not going to get confused either. It's going to hit me with a full 3 in a row. So go for another substitute here. It's actually a good thing that I've got substitute because I would have been, KO'd a long time ago. So now Zwellios hits me, that's 3 in a row. It's 3 Outrages in a row and a Crunch. So that's 4 in a row. Like, think about that, people. That's 4 in a row. So finally, Zwellios is going to get confused. So, okay. What should I do here? Should I go for a Silver Wind? Should I throw up another substitute? I've had really bad luck so far with the substitute, so I thought, let's go for a Silver Wind. Let's get some damage against this big boy. It does okay damage. It's about a 3-hit KO, right? So now as well as going to be confused, right? It hits Outrage for the... That's 6 in a row. Okay, so Beautifly's going to go down, which was not very beautiful. Now, I've lost more than half my team. All I've got left is a Wailord and a Delcatty. This is deja vu, people. Okay, so now Zwellios is going to snap out of confusion, and it's going to use Outrage. That can't happen, people. That cannot happen. So Outrage is big damage to my Delcatty, like big damage. And now, people, I am going to go for a Z move here. I actually went for the Normalium Z Swift because I thought Swift is not... Okay, let's see. Swift is not going to take it out, right? Because it's got no special attack. It's got Trash special attack. I was hoping like the Z move could actually take it out right. So I go for the Breakneck Blitz Swift on the Zwellios. Now, I thought Zwellios was either going to have Everlight or a Z Crystal. That was what I thought would happen. It certainly didn't have a choice on it, right? Okay, so Z Swift does absolutely nothing. And now we got the Zwellios again. I was like, please, like, just miss for once. And it gets Crunch and it lands. I can't believe that. I can't believe that, people. How many times did that hit? If you guys know what the ability is, you'll know how lucky that was. Alright, so we're down to one more Pokemon, which is the big Wailord again. This is like my last Pokemon. They've got 4 left. Alright, so got to go for the Water Spout here, people. And that one is going to finish off as Zwellios. Okay, can Wailord bring me the bacon again, people? Can it do it? We've got 3 more Pokemon remaining, though. And the thing about Water Spout is it's only got a little bit of PP too. Alright, so we've got the Rattata, right? The Alolan Rattata. It's going to have Sucker Punch, which lands. That actually does a lot of damage to me. That's like half my health. So go for the Wailord. Wailord's going to go for the Wailord, people. That better be the top. Come on. And it's going to take all the Rattatas in the world down to the Focus Sash there. Alright, so now we got the Rattata going for the Sucker Punch. It misses, finally. Finally, I catch a break with the misses. And we're going to take out the Rattata there with the Water Spout. Okay, we've still got 2 Pokemon remaining. So as you guys know, Water Spout is based on health, right? And I've taken a lot of damage already. Alright, so we got the Santa coming in now. Santa is going to get hit by Water Spout pretty hard. However, I have taken some prior damage. Water Spout takes it out in one shot. So that was really good. So we only got 1 more Pokemon remaining. Can I come in clutch again with Wailord, people? Can I do it? Alright, so last Pokemon is the Durant. So okay, so Durant's probably going to be able to lift the Water Spout. I need a critical hit or something like that. So go for the Water Spout against the Durant. Does big damage there. And guess what, guys? Thunderfang misses, and that's the game. I hope you guys enjoyed this battle, man. I can't believe how clutch Wailord was. Like the first battle hit 3 of those fishes in a row, and then all the hustle misses there at the end. I guess that kind of made up for like all the hustle like not missing earlier on. I hope you guys enjoyed both these battles, but you don't want to miss this bonus battle. Alright, people, I got some bonus content for you since I forgot to say the reasons why I put this Pokemon on this team. Let's go through quickly now. So, we have Delcatty, probably one of the worst Generation 3 Pokemon there is. So, obviously, it's got very, very poor stats. It still does. Like, poor offense, poor bulk, like, bad ability, outclassed by everything. Yeah, and its move pulse. It's just a really bad Pokemon. It really can't do anything at all. And yeah, I'd say it's probably on Ledian, like as bad as Ledian was. All right, let's have a look at Alumis. So we got Alumis is a bug type Pokemon, right? Now in Generation 3, bug type Pokemon were physical, right? So that kind of sucked for Alumis because obviously it had better special attack. Now, it had a bad ability. It really has no way to boost its moves at all. Like, Volbeat had, like, Tail Glow, but Alumis didn't. So that kind of really, sucked for it. Its stats were also terrible. And, yeah, being physical, Bug-type moves, like, Bug-type moves were physical in Gen 3. So that was, like, a really big thing for it, too. And that made it absolutely crap. So looking at Shedinja, Shedinja has, like, it's got 1 health. It's only got 1 to guard. So it's very, very easily countered. That hasn't changed, right? Now, it had Leech Life. Now, Leech Life obviously didn't have the buff that it did, in the later gens. Silverwind and Fury Cutter, where it's like Silverwind and Fury Cutter were its best moves, right? And obviously, they were physical too, so Silverwind was actually physical. Now, it didn't have any Ghost-type moves apart from Shadow Ball. Now, Shadow Ball is kind of bad because Shadow Sneak would have been a lot better like it has now, because Shedinja is actually quite a slow Pokemon. So that's why I put that on that team. And also it's got bad speed as well, so it really couldn't outspeed anything, and just usually, get KO'd to 1 hit. There was so many counters for 1 to go up. Okay, we got a Beautifly. So Beautifly was once again a bug Pokemon. So Beautifly has a nice, an okay special attack, but since its only bug moves are physical in Gen 3, it was bad. It didn't even have Sleep Powder. It didn't have Quiver Dance. It obviously in flying is special, so being a bug and flying Pokemon, it was really, really bad for it, right? So flying is physical, so stuff like Aerial Ace, like you had to it didn't even have, I think, a hidden power flying, people. Like, it was absolutely horrendous. And Swarm as the ability is not really helpful because Beautifly was getting KO'd in 1 shot anyway, so you couldn't really make use of the Swarm ability. We had Spinder. So Spinder basically had horrible stats all around. It still does. Its ability is kind of bad as well. That didn't really help it much. And it had an interesting move pool, but it didn't have the stats to actually back it up. Like, it couldn't really utilize those really interesting moves because of its bad stats, right? That's pretty much it. Now, Wailord only learns water and ice special moves. And it learns about 10 water moves and 2 ice moves. That's it for a special move pool. And its special attack is the only, other than its health, it's probably the best stat it's got. And even then, it's actually not really bad, good at all. It's kind of bad. It's got low speed and it's got very average offense as well. And it's actually not very bulky. The only good thing about it is its health. It's pretty much a meme, and the only good thing about it is its health. So that's pretty much it for the reasons why I put it on the team. I'm sorry about that, people. I completely forgot. I got caught up in the battle so much. All right, I hope you watch the bloopers. Peace.